Oh, oh. We're on the beach, by the way. Something like that. Too weird.
It's nice to get away, isn't it?
It is. You need rest sometimes, don't you?
I mean, I love my job, but you know, stop. They stop. Breathe the air. I've always liked screen. Smell of the shit, rise of the seagull, hearing the children.
I'm a good job, very stressful.
Can be. What do you do? On Saturday evening.
Oh, okay. All right.
I spend a lot of time living at home. That's the way I do actually. I live in houses. Basically, I provide a structural design service for homeowners who want to do work together. Like current inspection for people buying houses. We look at houses that are in, there's something to be structural houses. A lot of people think that's really boring. Well, yeah.
Isn't that what's available?
They do. They spend the houses, but they're different. I mean, it's a surveyor. He'll offer you a range of living surveys. You've got the RICS level 1, level 2, the level 3, which are fine. The level 2 is what used to be called the home buyer survey. What was the home buyer survey? Everyone thinks that's all there is, the buyer survey. There was another one, it was slightly more complex, called the, more comprehensive, shall I say, called was called a full structural survey. But the RICS, 2 years ago, decided to clarify the whole thing about surveyors, and they've introduced us level 1, level 2, and level 3. And that's a little bit. I, on the other hand, don't do that at all. I do what I call it's nothing wrong with what a surveyor does, so long as the house can be structural condition. But until the surveyor's completed the survey, yeah. So what I suggest to a lot of my clients, a lot of financial advisors, and estate agents, perhaps the client could go about structural engineering. Find out whether the house is in good structural condition before you can get it. You go too far down the house planning process. That's what I do.
Would you also provide a design service?
I do. I provide a service. Actually, anything a homeowner might want to do to their house, is taking the wall down. Might be build a side extension, rear extension. They might want to have a loft conversion built in their house, create another bedroom.
What about, have you ever spotted anything sort of dangerous about the house, and maybe a builder's gone wrong or something like that?
Constantly. I find that all the time. A few months ago, I got a call from a lady. She said that she'd had a heating engineer install a boiler in the attic. And the only way he would engineer to get the boiler in was to cut out some of this wood, on roof trusses. And she just didn't like that look at that. She felt that her roof in so she keep moving. The heating engineer said, "No, you'll be all right. That's fine. Anyway, the key point was that she was trying to sell the house and surveyor over to a storm. So I took a look at it and I said, "Yeah, that's not good." But we signed some strength. I got a call a few months ago now from a lady. She was having a new bathroom, and the plumber wants to get a 4-inch space line from the toilet to the drain. Trouble is, I still in. So what do you do? What kind of woman bring that? Well, that big. She took it last night because she felt that the beam had been sealed. But I said, "No." I said, "You're fine." She said to some photograph. I said, "You don't have a problem. Again, it can be fixed. You need to do some fairly serious welding. I know somebody can do that for you." And she said, "Well, I'll just put my plumber on there of the new benches, indemnity provider, the plumber, who you are well with, any other. Yes, so
So you've got some other people listening in here, or if I'm any further questions.
how they done getting on me? Has it been implemented already? Yes, didn't remember that.
I'm sure you're interested. I'll just get a long statement. If someone was to take down a support, well, there are things when that shouldn't be done, or can you always find a solution source?
You can always take down a support and more. But you'll need to put still means, don't you? Because not always supporting, sometimes I do but it's not a bad idea to get a shop engineer to ship one out before anyone's coming.
How much do you charge to come out and give us the what you do?
Well, it depends on what it is I'm going to do, how far I can go. Normally I can do what's explained to my client first. I consider these things in two stages. The first one is the language. Second stage is to actually do the design. So the first stage is give me the opportunity to meet the client, find out exactly what I want to do, and I'll charge about £300 for it. That gives me, for that money they get a meeting with me, which is good for them, good for me, and they'll get a little sketch of me showing what their proposals are, and I give them a detailed report on what needs to be done. About £300.
Because I'm just thinking if someone was buying a house and they wanted to have it dealing with whether this property was set, construction was set, they don't necessarily need it just for work done. They just want to know because they could build a house to buy. Is that something?
That's it. I can do they don't need a structural section.
Okay. How much is that?
It depends. That's about 67 gigabytes.
How do you know the difference between a structural wall and non-structural wall? And the reason I'm asking, in our avenues, 3 houses are the same, but they're not built the same, they're identical looking. And next door neighbours were able to take down their kitchen wall because it was only plasterboard. The people over the opposite, when they took down their plasterboard wall, I think the floor nearly came down because it was structural. So how do you know when you have the wall whether it's structural or non-structural? It's the same type of same. There's a way to know.
Very professional. Well, you can't tell just by looking at it. You've got to lift up the floor. You've got to lift up to come up this upstairs to see if that wall is actually supporting the floor. There's lots of different indicators you could go. There may be a wall directly above that wall upstairs. In which case, yeah, that wall is not actually supporting something. Sometimes it does require the floorboard to be able to see exactly what's going on above the walls intended to be removed. There's ways and means of doing it, so it's not straightforward. It does require a bit of time for effort. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Nick, that's you've run out of time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nick.